Next on Worcester News tonight, it's the time of year where potholes are showing up everywhere. Researchers are now looking at ways to solve the problem. Plus, Central Massachusetts students standing up against gun violence as they march this weekend. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Anna Botari. Tomorrow, students and families across the country are set to march the streets of Washington, D.C. in protest of gun violence and mass shootings. The March for Our Lives comes in response to last month's shooting in Parkland, Florida. Marches will take place across the country, including here in Worcester. Our Cam Jandro joins us now live with the details. Cam?
Anna, the March for Our Lives was created by the students at Stoneham Douglas High School, and like the school walkouts, they've become a national protest. Here in Worcester, they'll be one of hundreds of cities holding these marches, and I caught up with a few organizers today.
Enough is enough. Enough.
We've had enough.
Central Massachusetts students are standing up against gun violence. It's the reason why they'll be a part of the March for Our Lives, a nationwide effort to end mass shootings.
I think this march focuses so much on youth and how youth are affected by the gun epidemic in America, and how I think really youth are going to be a big part of the solution to such an epidemic.
The rally comes as a response to last month's shooting in Parkland, Florida, where 17 people lost their lives. Allison McMillan helped bring the march into Worcester. She says the city needed to be part of this event.
The communities need to step up and really take action and be vocal. We need to take action where we live.
Students say regardless of where a shooting happens, it has a nationwide impact.
In the wake of a lot of school shootings, it does come to mind to me and my peers, while we're going into school, that this is a possibility.
As a student, I feel really endangered going to school every day, feeling like this could happen at any school.
According to the March for Our Lives website, more than 830 rallies are scheduled across the country Saturday. Some say they want the march to open the eyes of lawmakers across the country.
We are the future regardless. We are next in line, so I feel like they should just try to keep us safer.
If we want to change, they have to be able to have to change what's going on around us too.
Now, things are expected to get underway around noontime tomorrow. The march will begin in front of Worcester City Hall and make its way around downtown Worcester. Anna?
Thanks, Cam. A Worcester man is indicted Friday for the murder of a man on Halmstad Street last summer. According to Worcester County District Attorney's Office, David Carlson's body was found by first responders arriving at the address for a reported fire. Brian Flores was initially charged with assault and battery with serious bodily injury, but the charge was upgraded to murder after the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner determined the death was a homicide. A Webster man will face a second-degree murder charge in the death of his girlfriend. The Worcester County District Attorney confirms a grand jury indicted Joseph Kennedek Friday for the murder of Brenda Hathaway in Webster last April. Kennedek had been charged with aggravated assault and battery and domestic assault and battery. According to court documents, a witness says she watched Kennedek knock Hathaway down with one punch and stomp on her head. Hathaway was found unresponsive in the street near her home and died a short time later at the hospital. 9 Massachusetts state troopers are suspended without pay amid an investigation into an overtime scandal. Colonel Kerry Gilpin announced Tuesday the department would hold duty status hearings for 19 troopers under investigation for allegedly being paid overtime for shifts they didn't work. The department confirms 9 others have retired since the start of the investigation, and 1 is being kept on active duty. The duty statuses of the 9 suspended troopers will be in effect during the investigation. It will determine whether policies, rules, or regulations of the state police were violated, and will also seek to determine whether criminal charges are warranted. The winter season may finally be ending, but springtime can come with some concerns for drivers. Potholes become a popular sight this time of year on roadways across central Massachusetts, but now new research shows a unique material could help fix this. Our Chandler Walsh has more.
Cracked roads and potholes. They're nothing new for drivers.
I try to swerve to avoid it. I've fallen in a couple times, can't deny that.
But a possible solution could be on its way, and where it's coming from might surprise some.
We just used the source of pig manure as a biomass and converted it to adhesive.
Civil engineer Ellie Feeney wants to fix the pothole problem. Through her research, she found using pig manure as the glue in asphalt makes it stronger and more environmentally friendly.
Some of the results that we have so far, it shows that it can improve the cracking resistance. So for instance, you can resist harsher winter in a way.
Feeney visited Worcester Polytechnic Institute to share her research. WPI does their own asphalt research too. Professor Tahar El-Korchi says the country spends billions a year to improve roads.
If we can find a way to enhance it by 1%, that would be a huge savings for the economy.
Feeney says roads made with pig waste wouldn't look or smell much different than they do now. And if it means fewer potholes, some drivers aren't opposed to the idea.
It's not like I'm eating off my tires, so it doesn't really matter.
Whatever works or could potentially work is a good thing.
Chandler Walsh, Worcester News Tonight.
A Milford man is facing multiple charges. Northborough police arrested 55-year-old Mark Baer. They say he posted an ad on Craigslist saying he was interested in meeting a young woman in Northborough. Thursday, an undercover detective met Baer at Watson Park, where he planned on meeting an 11-year-old girl for sexual contact. He was placed under arrest by undercover detectives. Well, switching gears now, a central Massachusetts superintendent is taking to Twitter to have conversations with his students. The main topic this winter, snow days. And while he's hoping for no more snow, he says it's all in good fun. Our Rosalind Flaherty has the story.
Mendon-Upton Regional School District Superintendent Dr. Joseph Maruschek puts a unique twist on snow days.
I've had kids, a lot of them being seniors because they don't have to make the day up, be tweeting at me, trying to solicit a day off.
Dr. Maruschek created a hashtag Snow Day chat after a colleague gave him the idea. He responds to students' requests on Twitter using humor. In this tweet from March 7th, he responds saying, "Snow, snow, go away, come again another day, go do your homework."
The overwhelming majority of our kids completely get it and they understand, the kind of the spirit, and a lot of them are super creative in some of the things that they tweet at me.
The superintendent says he's gotten a lot of positive feedback from parents and students about the Snow Day chat. He says although he doesn't put too much thought into it, it's a way to interact with the school community.
It's really incumbent upon myself to be actively involved and actively engaged of all aspects of what's happening in our community, but most importantly, what's happening with our students.
The district has used 5 built-in snow days and will have to go until June 25th. Dr. Maruschek says it can be challenging at times when to call a snow day.
Some of them, quite frankly, are no-brainers where it's going to be a massive storm. Some of them, they get sticky if, it's going to stop snowing at 4 or 5 a.m. and you're wondering, okay, are they going to be able to prepare the roads?
Some students even tweeting at him asking for school so they don't have to make up the day. But Dr. Maruschek says he hopes he won't be having any more snow day chats.
My gut is telling me that snow day chat, hashtag snow day chat, is done for the 17-18 school year. But we'll see in December of 18.
Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
The Worcester Animal Rescue League is preparing for kitten season and are looking for help. Each spring, the Worcester Animal Rescue League sees an influx of newborn kittens. The Rescue League says the last 3 years, they've adopted out about 500 cats, and more than half were kittens. So each year, they hold a kitten shower to prepare. The Rescue League says they're in need of the usual items, including baby blankets, kitten milk replacement, and meat-flavored baby food.
There are some new products now that are on our list to get, which are stuffed animals that have a heartbeat. And it allows the kittens to curl up against them and be comforted by a heartbeat of feeling like their mom's nearby.
The kitten shower will be held this Saturday from noon to 2 p.m. Creating more diversity and inclusion in the city. Worcester has hired a new chief diversity officer. The position has been vacant since last summer. City Manager Edward Augustus says the new hire, Susan Shako, has the background and skills necessary to help the city. She previously worked in the city's Office of Human Resources. Shako's main goal will include developing and monitoring recruiting and hiring in Worcester.
Sure that everybody knows that there are opportunities to serve the city, whether it be the police department, the fire department, or in any of the city's departments or the school department. And sometimes it takes a little more effort to get the word out about how you apply for civil service or how you go about getting on a board or commission.
In a change from previous years, she will report directly to the city manager. Her first day is Monday.